Swami Vishnu-devananda teaches a class about Kapalabhati, which is the first breathing exercise that is done in a Shivananda yoga class.
Follow 5 rounds of Kapalabhati, 5 rounds. Each round contains certain number of pumping. This is for pumping. Each time when the diaphragm pumps, it gives a sudden upward motion or contraction of the diaphragm. As the diaphragm contracts and goes to thoracic cavity, it gives a sudden jolt to your lungs and air is pushed out because of the high pressure. And when the diaphragm descends down to the abdominal cavity, that creates a low pressure in the lungs, so the air goes in. So the breathing is done not because you got nostrils, as many people think. If you ask to breathe, they think the nostril is going to bring the air in. So it is not because of the motion of the diaphragm. Of course, intercostal muscles and other respiratory muscles are there. But the main thing is the diaphragm. This Kapalabhati means you are using the diaphragm up and push the air out like a fast bellow, like a blacksmith's bellow. And then you inhale, the blacksmith bellow is compressed, air goes out. When the bellow is pulled out, olden days, I don't know, you got the still old bellows of the blacksmiths? Have you seen? I don't think anyone has seen much, not much. You know where the milk comes from? Where?
Oh, the milk comes from?
Yeah.
Yeah, from a cow.
From the milkman.
That's right.
So, that's the same thing, bellow. So, you are acting your diaphragm as the bellow, abdominal pumping, and like a bellow in and out. Now, when you do the bellow breathing, abdominal breathing or diaphragmatic breathing, exhalation, can you say, if there's a blacksmith old bellow, you push fast and then he releases little slow. The rhythm of compressing and relaxing is not the same, is it not? Have you seen that bellow? Or any other? Let's take for a modern example of air mattress. You got a pump, air mattress. How you got a small pump? You have seen. I'm sure everyone must have seen that pump for the air mattress, is it not? Blacksmith is old, quite a long time ago. Have you seen the air mattress pump? How do you do? You push and then, but the pulling up is little slower than pushing in. Same thing, exactly that bellow breathing will come out. As the breathing starts going in and out by bellow method, the diaphragm moves up and down. It also creates secondary reactions, or you get fringe benefit. What do you call it?
Fringe benefits.
What are the fringe benefits? The main fringe benefit is the heart. The heart, the lower ventricle, left ventricle is almost laying on the diaphragm. Diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle, and the heart is lying there. As you get the pump motion, you get most beautiful natural cardiac massage. You don't need coffee to stimulate that poor heart. You get natural cardiac massage. And also, this motion of the abdominal breathing will create air changes in the abdominal cavity, not only thoracic cavity, it also creates the air pressure in the abdominal cavity. And when the high pressure time, the venous blood is skewed back into the heart. In the exhalation state, in inhalation state, it is sucking because of the high vacuum. The lower extremity, there's lots of venous blood stagnating in the lower extremities that will sucked into the abdominal cavity, and with next contraction, is pushed up, and there are walls in the veins which will prevent the blood to go other direction. You can only go one direction toward the heart. And when the heart is, the 4 ventricles are there, 4 chambers are there, we all know. Upper 2 chambers are auricle, and lower 2 chambers are ventricle. And as the diaphragm goes up and pushes, the vacuum is created by the vacuum, more venous blood brought into the left, in the right auricle, And then the first portion of the venous blood returns to the heart for purification. And from there, when the heart gets lots and lots of free flow of venous blood, the heart muscles will stretch. And according to Sterling's law of the heart, more physiologist, that a stretched heart muscles will contract more forcibly. Technique is to understand that you take an elastic band, you stretch a little bit, you leave it, its contraction is limited. But you stretch more, its contraction is also more forcible. Same thing with the heart muscles too. So if the venous blood is not returned into your heart, then it cannot stretch. And not a stretch muscles can only contract more forcibly. So this will act also a cardiac heart exercise. Stimulates the heart. It's not exercising the heart. The caffeine and nicotine can exert the heart. And there is no exercise. But when you do pranayama and headstand, etc., you are exercising the heart, means you are stretching the heart muscle by bringing more blood, and more the heart muscle stretches, more it contracts. And so from the auricle, right auricle, right ventricle, from the right ventricle, that more blood now is pushed by further contraction into the lungs, and then the breathing. As you are breathing, you bring more oxygen, and the air is being now changed. Air exchange of gases takes place in the small alveoli or in the air sacs, where the oxygen is being taken by the blood and carbon dioxide is given, and now the purified blood is brought into the left auricle. From there again pushed into the left ventricle, also portion of your heart. As the diaphragm starts pushing up, now the purified blood, plenty of blood, it gives added stimulant, and through the big two carotid arteries, it goes to the brain, to your facial muscles and so on, and it goes to the subclavian arteries, to your hands, and to the abdominal aorta, to liver, spleen, kidneys, and to lower organs. So that powerful heart pumping of the left ventricle is been further stimulated by the motion of the diaphragm, because both your respiratory system and circulatory system always function together. The purpose of these two is to maintain the circulation, so that circulation can carry oxygen and remove the carbon dioxide. So both should function properly and together. If one diminishes its function, it will affect everything in the system. So that's the first thing yogis try to stimulate both respiratory system and circulatory system by using this pranayama called Kapalabhati. And that also not only physiological effect you will have, immediately you see as the oxygen goes to the brain, so also the prana, which is like electrical current, start moving through the spinal cord. You can feel some like creeping sensation of this energy moving to the spinal cord, going to the brain, and you feel you want to stay in that state forever. You can feel that kind of peace, strong will come out. Psychic energy will be there too. So you are not only using physical breathing for physical purpose, physiological purpose, but also to lift the psychic energy from the lower center, which I mentioned, earth center, or sexual and central centers, through the higher center up to the sahasrara, to the brain, because all the function is in the brain. You can have a good body, good arms, lots of muscles, and no brain. It's not work. It will be like a nice, beautiful vegetable aura. You can look at nice, nice, you are nice. So let us lift the vibration from the lower. Now we start with the 50 pumping, then we go to 60 pumping, 70 pumping, 80 pumping, 90 and 100. And each of this pumping will lift that energy up and bring tremendous amount of circulation and oxygen. Inhale. Exhale, contract your tummy. Inhale. Begin. 1, 2, 1. You must follow my rhythm. Inhale, then I can control the diaphragm, and how fast or how slow I can control and regulate the bellow motion. Inhale. Begin. Exhale. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2. Long exhalation. Now deep inhalation. Again deep exhalation. Now inhale. Hold the breath. Close your eyes. Contract your anus sphincter muscles gently to pull that energy from the lower center through the spinal cord up to the brain. Visualize it and physically contract. Both visualization and concentration together will lift the energy vibration to the high state, and like infrared range, that your energy will move in a higher state. Bring up the Sahasrara or space between eyebrows and hold it as long as you possible, and then you can exhale. You see a peaceful sensation all over your body. Exhale. Now next pumping, next round is 60 pumping. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Begin. Exhale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now long exhalation, long inhalation. Again, deep exhalation. Now inhale. Hold the breath and contract the sphincter muscles and pull up the energy consciously through the spinal cord. Visualize the spinal cord. Our energy is moving up like electricity, reaching the brain, the Sahasrara, space between eyebrows, the seat of pineal gland, and that's a very important psychic center that will vibrate now with a very powerful energy. As you start vibrating, you can feel so immense peace and strength. Enjoy that peace as long as you can hold the breath. Exhale. Now 70 pumping. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Begin. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, long exhalation, long inhalation. Once more, empty the lungs maximum possible. The more empty, the more fresh air will go in, and beautiful fresh air from this country. Now fill up the lungs, contract the sphincter muscles, and pull up the energy consciously. This energy must go through the spinal cord now, and bring to the Sahasrara between eyebrows, and hold it there. That's called pranayama. Holding this energy in a chakra is called pranayama, not physical breathing alone. Enjoy that energy now. Feel the vibration. Exhale. As you can see, not only brings oxygen to the brain, it stimulates the heart, increases the capacity to stimulate the heart by increasing circulation, not by mere stimulation caused by the caffeine. Natural cardiac massage you get. 70 times you pump, 70 times you give cardiac massage. Now we are going to 80 pumping. Inhale, exhale, contract. Inhale, begin. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, long exhalation, long inhalation, and once more deep exhalation, maximum. The more you empty, more fresh air will go in. Secret of breathing is exhalation. Now inhale, hold the breath, pull up the energy, contract strengthen muscles, and bring up the energy to the space between eyebrows, and concentration on the space between eyebrows. Feel that the bright light, that Ajna chakra is now pulsating with a tremendous vibration, oscillating in a very high velocity. And this pulsation you can see sometimes in the form of colors. Various colors will come between eyebrows. You can see sometimes bright light like sun. Different types of experience will come as you start increasing your vibratory level of the Ajna chakra or this highest psychic center. Exhale. So 90 pumping. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Begin. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, long exhale, deep inhalation. Okay, once more, deep exhalation. Now inhale, hold the breath, close your eyes, pull up the energy. Exhale. The last round, we are going to 100 pumping. 100 pumping you are going to retain as you did before, and focus your mind on the Ajna chakra here. Ajna chakra in Sanskrit is exactly located where the pineal gland. Pineal gland is a psychic gland. All of the glands like pituitary, thyroid, etc. produce certain hormones which is important for the bodily functions. But the pineal gland in the physical body, still doctors do not know the purpose behind it. or telepathic clairvoyance, etc., when this oscillates, they pick up your thought vibration, just like a radio. When you tune to a particular station, it picks up the radio wave from that particular station, which comes from particular wavelengths. But in the human beings, every human being is an individual transmitter and receiver, and each one of you sends a specific wavelength, your thoughts, according to your nature. And when Madeline demonstrates this evening, we will see how she can pick up your thoughts, not only what is happening now. Sometimes thoughts happened long time ago, if forgotten, is gone in the subconscious memory. And suddenly sometimes she can pick up certain vibrations which happened 10 years ago. And that the power will come. So at the end of the thunder pumping, you inhale, pull up the energy, that energy to bring up here. That subtle portion of this pineal gland is called Ajna Chakra. It's not in the physical body, Ajna Chakra. The physical body is got the pineal gland. In the every physical portion of the body, physical body has got a counterpart called astral body or subtle body, etheric body. That is the real body. The physical body is only a projection of the etheric body or subtle body or astral body. If there's any defect in the astral body, it manifests in the form of various type of deformities or health, ill health, etc. So we are not actually trying to only stimulate the physical body. We are actually going into the primary body. Physical body is the secondary. Primary vehicle is an astral body, etheric body. Yogis manipulate this through concentration, meditation, chantings, and pranayama. So when you hold the breath, feel that Ajna Chakra is a bright light shining, and try to hold the physical breath and mental breath here. Physical breath, of course, you are holding in the lungs, but the mental breath you are holding here. That mental breath is called prana. And when you cannot hold the physical breath, you can exhale. But for next few more minutes, you continue to breathe rhythmically and imperceptibly, as imperceptible as possible. You hardly feel the air is going in or out. And you will be able to do it very easily, as last about 15 minutes we are doing pranayama. It's brought your metabolic activities to a very slow state. Your metabolism, catabolic process and anabolic process, both together is called metabolism. Your heartbeat, your pulse rate, your digestive functions, your brain from beta to alpha. So all the metabolic functions, you are able to slow it down at a tremendous degree. That's why you don't need too much oxygen. So if you can bring the metabolic activity slow down, especially by controlling the breath now, inhale 3 seconds, exhale 3 seconds, or inhale 4 seconds, exhale 4 seconds. You follow a rhythm of pattern of breathing. You continue to do at the end of that 100 pumping, when you cannot breathe very slowly, you get what you call Kevala Kumbhaka, or automatic suspension of the prana there. So continue for 5 minutes afterwards. Continue to do the simple breathing and focus it there. That's the final thing now. Okay. Inhale, exhale, inhale, begin, exhale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, Long exhalation, deep inhalation, again deepest exhalation possible. Now inhale, hold the breath, face between eyebrows, Ajna chakra, and hold it as long as possible, prana there. When you cannot hold it, very gently inhale, exhale for a few more minutes. That's called pranayama. When you cannot hold the breath, very imperceptibly breathe in and out. Continue. Don't change your vibratory level of the mind. Focus in the same spot. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So, how is your vibration? Do you need a cup of coffee?
No.
No cigarette? After this morning, this session, we'll have the asanas or postures. These asanas or postures are not like ordinary exercises. It will affect various portions of your nadis or meridians. In Chinese, they're called meridians. Yogis called nadis. And these physical nadis and astral nadis or meridians, there is certain amount of resistance, like in an electrical wire. If the resistance are too much, you get only very little current. So to reduce this resistance, we do asanas or postures. And each posture do affect a specific acupuncture area. By the way, do you have a new book out?
You didn't come yet. You're coming this morning.
So anyhow, we have a new book coming about the guide. It's very beautifully done. And first copies will be coming to do it. Officially, we are going to release it only on September 12th. But you'll have few copies coming up, isn't it?
You could take orders.
Yeah. But how many copies are coming?
They only send a couple.
Okay, couple of, you can see it, how it is done. In that one picture you see in the book, photography is taken of the palm before the asanas and taken after asanas. There are two pictures of the palm, earlier photography, how the aura you can see. The difference between before and after. Definitely there is tremendous amount of psychic energy radiating. Because less resistance. So up to this time, this prana is increasing, your vibration will increase. But with some of these Kirlian cameras, Kirlian photography, etc., we are able to prove to a certain extent, it's not, we don't have actual real instruments exist, but whatever, even with this little like Kirlian camera, we can see, definitely after asanas, the vibration is more. You can see in the picture. So, what I'm trying to say you, these physical asanas are not just like calisthenic exercise or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It is more than that. So, it definitely affects your physiological functions of the body, cardiovascular system, plus also your psychic system is been affected by the asanas or postures. That will be immediately after the morning session. And there will be, of course, pranayama, I only give the 5 rounds of Kapalabhati. Now you have to recharge your solar plex like a battery in your car. You have to recharge the battery as it depletes its energy, and the deep recharging is done through alternate breathing. This is the pranayama we do. You inhale to the Ida, exhale to the Pingala, and vice versa, and hold it. So this retention and exhalation and inhalation, there is a proportion 1:4:2. 1 second inhalation means 4 seconds retention and 2 seconds exhalation. This is the proportion we follow, 1:4:2. And that time of the retention will give a tremendous amount of energy, oxygen, as well as you are able to throw carbon dioxide when you exhale, and the prana goes to the heart centers. And this recharging battery, you recharge the solar plex. Solar plex is the battery. You recharge the solar plex when you do concentration. And vibration will be tremendous. So pranayama will increase this vibration and recharge your solar plex. When the solar plex is recharged, like in a car, battery is dull, you put the headlight. How is the headlight? Very little, isn't it? When the battery is fully charged, same thing. Some people can radiate energy through their hands and feet and face, and they also have a body. But other person is like a dead battery. A battery, a dead battery, and a live battery look exactly same. But when you switch on the current, its effect is different. Same thing. If I say pranayama is good for your oxygen and it brings you good for the heart, many people don't care about it. But when it's good, you don't have to go to a beauty parlor and get a beauty treatment. And pranayama itself will give you, radiate that energy. Then they want to do pranayama. So it's good. You don't get any wrinkles. I want to do pranayama. So it's good for the brain. I don't care about the brain. But it's no wrinkles. Yes, I want to do pranayama. That's the way it is. If the headstand is good for the brain, no one cares. But headstand